Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to insert and delete a node from a single linked list. So let's come to the point. Here we have first we have to know what is the single linked list and how to use it. So in array representation we know what is an array. Alright, array is a collection of the datas in contiguous memory location, like this is 200, then array 201. For integer part, I'm talking about for integer parts it takes 2 bytes, so therefore it will, for one part it will be 200. So if I give a number here, a is equal to 10, and if I declare 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, so it will store in contiguous memory location. Like in 200, first address is 200, then the second address is 20, third address is 30, and 204 stores 30, then 206 stores 40, 208 stores 50. So now in linked list this does not happens. Like if a first a memory location is drawn, like if I want to store 10 in 200 and 20 in 250, then we can easily write that in a memory cell, and 30 in 300, then we can easily give here. So to make a link, to make a link, two things are used. The first one is node. What is a node? Node, it will store two types of data. First will be data field, in which, and the second will be link field. The link field generally holds the address of the next element or the next node, rather we can say. So here is 10 200 and here is 20 250. So 10 will store the address here 250, and the data part, in the data part it will store the item. So it is 10 here, you can see 10 here and 250 here. So there is a link created like 10 250, then the next element will be 20, here will be 20, and there is the next address it want to create a link like here, then it will be 30 300. So in the link part it will store 300, and in the data part it will store 200, like it will go like this. So we saw that node stores two things. One is data field, another is link field. And we know in an array we cannot do these two things together, so a structure needs to be used. So what is the, so now you know how to define a structure from C. So we will define it like this: struct node, the name of the node, and it will store two parts, int data. Since here integer part is 10, since your data part is 10, so it will be integer here. So int data part and struct node link, which will store the link part here. So two things. Now in a single linked list we can insert and delete from beginning, from last, and from any specific position. So let me tell you from, let's say in a node 10 is given, 250 is the next address, 20 is given, next address is 300, and what will be the last? Let's see what will last store. Since there is nothing, A of 3 is equal to 10, 20, 30. We don't know what the memory cells will be. So the last part will always get null. So here null means 0, and we represent null like this. And there will be a start pointer or head, which will hold the address of this 200. So a link is created, and if we want to insert, let's say 15, whose address is 100, so at the beginning means here, so this link will be broken up. Now head will become 100, and this will become, and this part will store what, 200. So let's give a name of this node like temp. So the head will be equal to temp, and the temp link, this is the data field, this is the link field. Since we have given link here, this is the data, this is the link. We have represented the data here, data field by data, and the link part by link. So we can write temp link equals to head. So this is the rough sketch of insertion at the beginning. Let's do it. Let's take a function void insert at begin. This data part is given by user. So it will be given by user every time. It will not be initialized anytime. It will be given by every time when the output runs. So we give here int item scanf, since it is not initialized and since it is given by an user, so scanf %d item. We will declare a node here whose name is temp. This one, so we gave here the node spelling is node, so we will give here a small hand node, and we will declare temp node malloc size of node. Now we will check two conditions here. If let's say head was, if this was not the case and head was nothing, then head was null or head was having 0, and we wanted to insert a temp whose address was 200, whose address was 100, and it was name was temp, and whose data file contains 15, and this contains then we want to insert it here. Then how we want to create a link, so that the data part will come here, this will be null, and head will be equal to temp. So we will check here if head equals to null. If that is the case, then what we have to do, let's take here temp. So temp data will be item that is given by the user, temp data, temp, this is our temp. This has two field, data field will be given by user item. So temp link data equals to item, and the first case temp link will be null because it will not link to any other atom or other node, rather sorry, and head will be equals to temp. If that is not the case, then what will happen? Then what I told here, this link will be broken, head will be equal to temp data will go to the item given by the user, and the temp link will be head. So it's simple here, temp data will be item, temp link will be head, and head will be equal to temp. This is very easy, and we will close it. I hope you understood the video.